friendo.
It's the clown on all the Bay Pen corn syrup labels. He's practically a local legend.
Clown in a Cornfield is a movie that's so into subverting expectations, it becomes the expectation.
That's chaos theory.
The same guy who brought us Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, a movie I would call genius, has tried to exceed the horror movie genre once again. You could argue even the title is not what it seems. If you've seen the movie, you know why. And given the high ratings already achieved, I'm gonna have to somewhat disagree. I'm not gonna say it's bad, it's okay, enjoyable enough, but I wouldn't call anything here new. Taking place in Kettle Springs, Mississippi, in a small town, yet another father and daughter duo, Quinn and Glenn, have moved there because work. In this day and age, they can't get along, that's mandatory, so why not just skip the reasoning and have it happen when the plot needs it? You see, she doesn't really like it there, but also doesn't visibly hate it. She makes some new friends who've been accused of burning down some factory, but claim they didn't do it. And the townspeople, being the adults, seem to hate all the kids for no good reason. That includes her, who just got there, and the teacher literally gives her attention just because. And this unreasonable hatred includes the mayor, who looks like a combination of Christopher Walken and Elon Musk. So when some weird guy in a bikini on a unicycle juggling explosives blows up the parade float in front of everybody, obviously the kids are to blame. This should heavily hint at where things are going, but Glenn is not too pleased. Obviously he doesn't believe her because they have to not get along. But another reason is that she didn't want to move there, even though it's explained that she said whatever he needed, so it's a real confusing argument. I guess what I'm trying to say is, these two don't make sense.
Shocking.
Anyway, the group have this YouTube channel in which they make the town mascot Ferndo the Clown into a murderer, and after being warned by some cliche bum who appears in one scene to not do that, you know what's gonna happen. A couple of the friends die, the rest go to some party at a barn they're trespassing on. So before getting into what happens, I do want to address the comedy in this movie. Obviously it's going to be a thing, it's a clown horror movie, and on one hand, a lot of it really does work. There's a scene when they come across a clown they think is dead, and Quinn says he's not meditating, but then it turns out he really is meditating. The bit when they can't use the old phone is really damn hilarious. But the issue is, this movie does not come across as pure comedy, so when they make jokes at the most unreasonable times, it really does take you out of it. As is saying, did you really just ring the doorbell after somebody just got brutally killed? Making jokes while you're dying and as you die, while at the same time, nobody seems to give a fuck. Got this kind of a joke in this movie, and getting to the spoilers, it doesn't make it any more reasonable. After a guy nicknamed Rust, who is currently not too present, takes out the clown, it shouldn't be too surprising when we find out there's multiple, because runtime. I guess that can't be helped, but given how the people in this movie act, as in completely unreasonable, you can't tell me you don't know what's going on. I mean, the clowns talk. The sheriff even arrests Cole, and only Cole. He's Quinn's former love interest, who I guess couldn't accept he was gay. But you really get the feel the movie just wants to get to its ingenious climax, as a lot of what happens isn't that good. Two of the friends being killed off, and again, nobody really seems to care. The love interest Rust, who Cole couldn't accept in 2025, supposedly blows up, but obviously he didn't. There's no reason to think he did. And since they want Glenn in the climax, they randomly shoehorn him in because he happens to drive by a building where one of the clowns makes him work on another clown who's been shot. Because he's a doctor.
Highly imaginative, incredibly inventive.
The ingenious storytelling brings us to the equally ingenious climax, in which the townspeople who are literally mean for no reason are in fact the clowns. I guess it's supposed to be unexpected, but why would it be? We know the adults don't like the kids, we know the clowns speak, they're clearly not supernatural, so what else would it be? This isn't unexpected in the slightest, and the climax isn't that good. Christopher Walken, Elon Musk hybrid, who is the leader, explains how ingenious the movie is by talking about the new generation ruining stuff. He's also Cole's father, that's why he was arrested, but he doesn't care about him because he blames him for his sister's death. By that I mean she died on his watching, and they mentioned this one time earlier. I don't know much about the novel, but I do believe her death was on everybody in that. It's not just randomly thrown in. And given we soon learn it was him who burned down the factory and let the kids take the blame, why does it even matter? You could have just left the dead sister thing out, it's completely pointless. Glenn shows up killing a few clowns, Rush shows up too, and saves Cole. Don't know where the fuck he was. Christopher Walken, Elon Musk mayor gets away, and that's it. Subverting expectations? And since it was a thing in this movie that Quinn couldn't drive a stick shift, and it's the only vehicle available, she has to learn to escape. Even though there's 3 men with her, one of which isn't even injured, and there is a clown approaching with a chainsaw. It's so dumb and so forced you can't take it seriously, and the whole ending is beyond unsatisfying. There's no twist, they just get away, don't even know where Elon Walken went, and that's it, that's the movie. It's not terrible, but it's not that great either. It provides some enjoyment, but absolutely nothing new. I can't call any of this intelligent because they make it beyond obvious who the bad guys are. I mean, they're not being dicks for no reason, so when you rule out the supernatural, it can't go anywhere else. The minute you see it's not just one clown, the mystery is completely gone. I don't know why writing like this still exists. Yeah, in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, you know the plot too, but that was purely comedic and real fun. This isn't. Issues like comedy plague the movie too, literally being pitchforked into a light fixture and joking about it, nobody really giving a shit. It's definitely funny at times, but because the movie thinks it's intelligent, you kind of expect some logic. To get away with laughing at death, brutal death, you can't be completely segmented in reality. When shit goes down, it's not done that good, and like I said, the climax is a complete mess. It's just not all that good, it's not satisfying. I don't want to say I'm disappointed by this movie, but I kinda am. It's not unwatchable, it's enjoyable at times, but the bulk of it doesn't do anything for me. I got the feeling it's not the popular opinion, and I'm gonna regret this, so let me know if that's the case down in the comments. Either way, please do share this, like the video if you can, subscribe if you enjoyed, and don't forget the gaming channel, it's got the same stuff, the same content with games, link in the description. I'm the Analyst, and remember kids, some clowns are not fun. They're assholes.